What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. Welcome in, everybody. It's Hump Day. Yes, we're halfway through the week. Thank you. Because this week is taking too long. Y'all. And it's cold. I'm so glad that it's finally back in the double digits. It's only 17 degrees, but it's better than -7, okay? Hey, for those who are listening in their cars right now, thank you so much for not turning that radio dial. For those who are listening in on the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram account, I really appreciate you. This is a real live radio show. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share that link. All right, help out the Jaime Dee Show. Yeah, I appreciate you. Hey, shout out to Coco Chris. Shout out to Loreno. Shout out to Kara. I want you guys to know if you're not able to call in at 847-931-1410, continue to comment live on the Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and everything else, and I will acknowledge your comments. All right. So for today's show rundown, we're going to get into some daily news, and then we're going to have Bob the Healer, the spiritual healer, back live on the Jaime Dee Show for a part 2. So welcome and get excited because, I'm telling you, this amazing beam of energy is going to put it down today, all right? So let's get into this. Y'all, I just never understand why people decide to be so ignorant and to stay so ignorant, to just keep themselves in a state of complacentness. It's 2024, and people still wake up and say, I'm going to continue to have ill thoughts on people who don't look like me solely because they don't look like me. Huh? This Caucasian lady is going viral on social media because she decided to allow herself to be recorded saying uneducated comments about why Black people name their kids the way they do, with no regard to how it will make Black people feel, with no regard to how what she is saying is continuing to add to the problem of racism, and with no regard to how racist, ignorant, and misplaced she sounds. Please watch and listen to what she had to say because, child, over it.
Black people are notorious for naming their children 25-letter names that they're never going to get even pronounced right, let alone spelled right. Like, why would you do that?
Over there. Do you know why they actually do that? Yeah. The reason for that is because during slavery, their identities were taken away. So they had to have unique names in order to identify their offspring when they were sold from different plantations. So that came down generationally as generational trauma.
Okay, well, how about now? Isn't that sort of trauma for that poor kid that's never going to have his name spelled right?
Only to your standards.
Like, what is... If I were that child, I wouldn't want my name misspelled all the way through or mispronounced by people.
That's because people can't take the time to pronounce it correctly.
Whatever.
You can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but you can't say Jaquan. Are you kidding me?
Okay, whatever the result is, the poor child does not have his name pronounced correctly or spelled correctly.
Because people do not take the time. You can take the extra 2 seconds to do it, but instead you're sitting here making fun of a whole culture of people for things that they didn't have a choice on.
Do you have a name that gets misspelled a lot?
I sure don't. Well, because my mom whitewashed my name.
So that's racist.
I'm deceased because she got her with the superfragilcalifragilisticexpialidocious word, because y'all can really say all these other words, but you can't say Jaquan. You can't say Damon. You can't say Loreno. You can't say any other ethnic name, but you can say all this other stuff that you see on these Disney Channel movies. You can see all this stuff that you see on all these other programming, but you can't take the time to even sound out or pronounce names. Now, don't get me wrong. I hold myself accountable so you don't have to. I mispronounce people's names all the time. I'm working on it. I know I have a master's degree in broadcast journalism. I know I got to do better as a journalist. I know I got to do better as a media personality. I'm working on it, but at least I'm trying. I will even go to the extent to go to social media and Google and type in a name to have Google pronounce it. And they do a great job. Sometimes I just mess up though. However, at least I'm trying. There are a lot of people like her who aren't trying, who have ill thoughts about people just because of their names, and they'll take dumb trivial things like skin color or the way their name is spelled or the way their name is pronounced, and they will judge them based off of that solely, and not to get to know the character of that person. And I hate stuff like that because it continues to perpetrate this just thought process that just because you're different, you're bad. And I can't keep living life like this because, child, this is just ghetto. All right. Per the neighborhood talk, 7 accused pedophiles were captured on video that they filmed gang raping 2 toddlers at Houston's Galleria Mall. According to Texas police, 29-year-old Arthur Hector Fernandez, who is said to be the ringleader of the raping gang, works at the mall and uploaded video of the gang rape online. 2 female friends of his would sometimes leave their children with Fernandez at his kiosk while they went to work at their stores in the mall. It was that the women lacked childcare. Police were tipped off about the videos that were posted to a private forum and launched an investigation. Police found 4 videos in total that showed different assaults that took place in multiple places throughout the mall. According to Daily Mail, police closed in on Fernandez by, quote, using an open source image repository to search for the face of one of the children and then matched it with social media images, end quote. Fernandez remains in custody and the only confirmed person from the sick group to have been charged. It's unknown if authorities have located the other 6 people involved. Take a listen to Fox 27 and their more extended report on this story.
Hey everyone, I'm Anthony Antoine, and topping the rundown here tonight, an absolutely devastating story. 2 toddlers were allegedly sexually assaulted in a bathroom at the Galleria by multiple men. One of the men was a mall employee. Fox 26's Natalie He is joining us now live from the Galleria with the disturbing details. Natalie.
Well, Anthony, court documents reveal that there were up to 7 men involved in the sex assault. It apparently happened at one of the public bathrooms here at the Galleria Mall. And tonight, one local organization has an important message for parents.
The FBI has arrested Arthur Hector Fernandez III and charged the 29-year-old with sexual exploitation of children. Fernandez is pictured here on his private Instagram with the username allegedly Hector. His account was named in court documents that detailed the disturbing allegations that he and at least 6 other unidentified men sexually assaulted and raped a toddler at what appeared to be a Galleria Mall bathroom. Court documents say last month the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation reported 4 explicit videos found on the dark web to the FBI in which at least 2 toddlers ages 2 and 3 were filmed being sexually and verbally assaulted by multiple men at once. Relatives of the toddlers told investigators Fernandez was a friend and fellow Galleria employee who offered to watch the kids while they were at work at the mall.
I think as parents, you want to go with your gut, but also as policymakers, people need to start figuring out how do we make sure that we have safe environments for our kids so they don't have to, parents don't have to wait on a creepy uncle or a neighbor that they think is safe.
Dr. Bob Sanborn is the president and CEO of the organization Children at Risk. He says parents should look out for certain telltale signs that their child may have been abused.
Kids, after they've been out with someone who you thought you trusted them, they will sort of withdraw. They'll be more quiet. And so look for those changes in your children. Bedwetting, not eating, all of these things are sort of signs that something isn't right with your child. In this case, we're talking about toddlers. They really couldn't communicate. They didn't know what was right and wrong.
Now, Dr. Sanborn also suggests that parents remain vigilant about who they're trusting with their children, even if it's only for a few minutes or for a few hours. From the Galleria, Natalie He, Fox 26 News.
When I tell you this story makes me sick to my stomach, y'all. I'm not a father yet, but I plan to have kids one day, about 2 to 3 kids. And as somebody who has dealt with a lot of things in his life, and as somebody who has seen a lot of things, it makes me sick to know that there's people out there who just go as far as touching little kids because they cannot control their sexual urges. Like what makes me so baffled is how easy it is to get sex nowadays, and they try to get it from kids. Oh my God, it makes me so upset. It literally makes my blood boil. And I personally don't condone violence, but there are certain things where I'm like, death penalty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You deserve to be under the jail. Whatever those inmates do to you, good riddance. If y'all want to drag me on social media, if y'all want to say I'm a bad person, if y'all want to say I'm negative and I condone violence, you go right ahead. Because there are certain things I just cannot accept. Can't. Just like Coco Chris said, deplorable. Absolutely not. Do you know how that will literally follow these toddlers, not even kids, toddlers, for the rest of their lives, because you couldn't conceptualize and compartmentalize the fact that you are sexually aroused and you should be looking for somebody who is your age, who is around your life, not kids. Somebody who is your age, somebody that you're interested in as a consenting adult, but instead you are such a disgusting, evil, vile, and deplorable human being that you took your sexual urges out on kids, toddlers at that. And then you had these women who trusted you. Do you know how devastated those people must be? To know that they thought that they were putting their kids in a safe space and you were hurting them, not taking advantage, because there's two different things from taking advantage and hurting. You were hurting these kids. You have created such a extreme line between that kid's mental space and their trauma, and also now their connection with their parents. Because do you know how these kids are going to think my parents didn't love me and they placed me with a man who touched me, who penetrated me, who sexually assaulted and raped me, and then put the videos on social media? And you do know this, even though those social media videos could have been taken down, it was placed on a forum, which I'm believing has a bunch of other perverts. I think anybody who was involved in that forum needs to be arrested, period. Whoever is subscribed to that forum needs to also be arrested and investigated, and not just this person, because I know those videos are on people's camera rolls, are on people's bookmarks, and more. Sick. I am praying for those kids. I am praying for the mothers. I'm praying for the parents and the families involved, because I know this is going to be a hard thing to get over. All right, y'all. Jesus Christ. There's just so many horrible things happening in the world. Makes me sick. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to try to woosah. And when we come back, we're going to have Bob the Healer. She's going to bring the energy. She's going to bring the resurgence of love, life, happiness, and peace, because we need it after that story. Y'all, this is WRMN out of the Elgin and Chicagoland area, and KSHP out of the Las Vegas area. Don't go anywhere. This is the Jaime Dee Show.
Sometimes on the first shift morning show, we just want to relax and laugh.
I kind of wish that there was canned applause in my everyday life.
That sounds like they're bull riding.
They're cheering you on.
I think this might be the only laughter I have.
Oh, no, that's not going to work. Sounds like we're doing stand-up at a nursery, which we would kill that, I might add.
How about this?
Yeah. Great to be here at the PTA meeting. Thanks.
It's the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN. McGrath Nissan in Elgin is located on Route 19, East Chicago Street, Irving Park Road. Bottom line, Elgin. And McGrath Nissan offers exceptional customer care from sales to service, as well as a highly rated body shop and on-site rental service. McGrath Nissan is your local one-stop shop for the best deals and the best service. So let them show you why generations of customers keep coming back. Don't leave town to buy your car. Make it McGrath Nissan, 945 East Chicago Street in Elgin.
WRMN has proudly served the Fox River Valley for over 70 years. We're located at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin. Right next to Studio 14 is our store known as the Redemption Center. You are always invited to stop by and see us to live large for less. The Redemption Center is the place to pick up your on-air orders, shop for certificates, and grab some brochures to learn about what we have to offer. Our Redemption Center phone number is 847-741-7700.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. I'm also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. That's spelled TheJaimieDeeshow. And I'm also live on Instagram at It's Jaime Dee. That's spelled ITSJAIMEDEE. Shout out to Coco, Chris, Kara, Larino. We got people, Tracy, the Way Up CEO. Shout out to Camilla. You guys are tuning in from all over the world. We have Phoenix, Arizona. We have California. We have we got Philly in the house too. Turn up. We got Chicago. We got the suburbs of Chicago. Turn up. We love to see it. We out here. We out here. Now, if you're just now tuning in, I went over some daily news, and now we're back at the best part of the day because we get to bring on a guest. Now, if you did not watch part one, you suck. You know that? You really do suck. But also, you missed out because part one was so juicy. We had to bring her back for a part two. And we're about to bring back Bob the Healer, who is a spiritual healer, who's about to join me live to discuss the many challenges she faces being a spiritual healer, how she finds her clients as a spiritual healer, the prices of her services, what makes her a credible spiritual healer, and she will continue to do my live readings on air where she left off. So without further ado, let's bring on this wonderful beam of energy, this beautifully God-led, God-fearing woman, and this individual who is about to turn y'all out. So without further ado, let's welcome in Bob the Healer. What's up, friend? How are you?
I am so blessed. I'm so grateful. How are you?
I'm doing great, blessed and highly flavored, okay?
Highly flavored. Love that.
Yes, we got you on for a part two. We made it happen.
Part two. Yes.
The views going up, period. That means, you know what? We got a good partnership.
Yes, I feel that.
Yes. So we got you on for part two. Last time we had you on for part one, and we kind of went over a few of like the basic things, which was how'd you get into spiritual healing? What led you to stay in the space, how you did it for free for a little bit, how you said it was a God-fearing journey for you, how it's not demonic, and how you are different from those who are on certain platforms doing tarot card readings and whatnot. You know, you said it was a resource for you. However, you let God lead you in your journey. And this is a space of positive spirituality and not something that is just a gimmick. And so we're bringing you back on to talk more about it because we got a lot of questions. We got a lot of people who want to talk. And I want to remind everybody, you're more than welcome to call in at 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410. This is an open forum. We're having a conversation with Bob the Healer live on the radio out of Chicago and out of Las Vegas, Nevada, but we're also live on social media. And if you're not able to call in, remember you can continue to submit your questions live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, Bob, I want to get into this because you've been a spiritual healer for a while now, about 2 years, correct?
Yes.
And you said you face many challenges. You know, there's people out there who don't believe in the work. There's people out there who have misconceptions of the work. And there's people out there who are just uneducated. And I was one of them. And so I want to talk about two things. First, let's talk about some misconceptions that people have about spiritual healing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've already discussed how people connected with bad practices or dark spirits or dark energy. I think a lot of misconceptions that I've experienced, because I can only really talk about my experience, is people thinking I'm a liar or that my gifts are fake. And so they test it, which I encourage you to, to a certain degree. The Bible says, test the spirits and see if they be of God. And so I always encourage people to test my spiritual gangster, But at the same time, I really can't get on here and complain. I really can't. I think this work requires a lot of integrity and honesty. And so once people get past what they think this is, they're really touched by my energy. And I'm just grateful for that.
Period. What you said was put some respect on my name. Okay. We love to hear it. Now, before we get further into the interview, we got Coco Chris out of Portland, Oregon. And we got Nick Freeze who said, hey, little sis, we love you. You got your family supporting you. We love to see it.
Yes, I love my family.
Now, Bob, where are you actually from?
I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, you're from Portland, Oregon.
Yes,
The only like this. I think you're the only person I know from like Oregon.
Yeah, I know. And there's Black people out there.
There is. There is. Like what?
Yeah,
like 3?
Yes, there is.
Listen, I mean, ain't that many Black people in LA, so it probably ain't no difference, to be very honest. But okay, let's talk about this. You said there's a lot of misconceptions that stop people from either using your practice, or you have people who are challenging you and testing your practices. Let's talk about those challenges. What are some challenges you face as a spiritual healer?
Well, I think the main thing for me is my life is an example for God. So God uses my life and the experiences that I've gone through to really help heal people, which requires me to be honest. You know, I have to be very transparent with my clients about where I am, what I'm doing. On my platforms, I have to be honest about where I am or where I'm going, because every single thing is a testimony for God to use to help someone. Even something so small, like I had a client reading yesterday, and I was just sharing something that I was going through, and it literally touched my client better than the reading. You know, it's really just about being honest when you work for God. You can't lie to God. You really can't. So I think God using my life as an example requires me to be transparent, and sometimes that's not easy. I think the ego always wants to look the best, and you know, God can't use that. God can't use perfection. He uses imperfection to glorify Him. So that's one of my challenges that I face, just being honest and transparent. And like I said, some clients think I'm a joke, you know, and they play around, and they'll purchase a reading and waste their money, and then end up, you know, walking out the reading crying because I found out something from them when they was a kid that nobody knows about, and now they're running around telling, oh wow, you heard of Bob the Healer? And so those clients end up being my best marketers, because they think I'm the joke, you know, and then they're revolutionized after the experience and transformed. So yeah, I have to turn down clients too. You know, God will tell me absolutely not. You know, and when you're in it for money, you just see the dollars. But me, I'm really in this to please God, and so certain times clients will come up to me like, okay, I want to pay you for this, and it's like, actually, I can't do this reading for you, baby, but I can refer you to somebody. You know, so yeah, and then lastly, I think clients lie. People lie a lot. They lie, confirmation with the phone ring. People lie a lot, and they lie with their ego. You know, like I said, people don't want to be vulnerable sometimes in readings, and so they'll lie to me, and the spirit will tell me they're lying, and I have to I have to call them out. Like, no, you're lying. And you know, after, oh, I can't hear you, Jamie.
Me now? Do you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wait, so you call people out during the readings and say they're lying?
Yes, because
that's spicy.
I mean, it's really something that God has had to perfect my skill on, because I would just sit and let people waste money for like 10 minutes while they're lying. And it's like, so you pay, you know, $60 to sit in front of me and lie? Like, no, you're coming in here and you're going to get this healing, and it's going to start by you stop lying. Like, and so I'll tell them straight up, you're lying. And for a minute, they'll be taken back, like, what do you mean? And they'll try to cover up the lie. And then, you know, 5-10 minutes later, it's like, you know what, you're right. I am lying. And I didn't want to be honest about this.
Jeez.
And that in itself, believe it or not, gets more respect than me sitting there and allowing people to lie.
I'm going to change your name to Nuckin' If You Buckin' Bob.
No.
Period. Listen. Woo, child. I'm loving it. All right. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get more into this. We're going to dive deep, and I can't wait to get more into my spiritual readings. So I need you guys to stick around. This is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and WRMN out of the Elgin and the Chicago land area. I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener, George Rollinson, says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left and it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better, we are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handled remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
This is Marky B inviting you to feel the power of the first shift.
To God be the glory, my brother. Thank you so much. You are such an inspiration to many of folks that's here in Elgin. I'm in West Dundee. I'm a Dundeeite now, not an Elginite anymore, but I love you. I can even give a number of prayers that we as a people continue to grow and to be there for one another. Please, people, let's get on board. Check on your neighbors, check on your friends, and just give an inspiration that life is worth living.
It's the first shift weekday mornings from 6 until 10 right here on WRMN.
Keep informed with everything that's going on with the radio shopping show by joining our VIP text club today. All you have to do is text the message WRMN 1410 to the number 94253 and you're in. Receive timely information about shop show specials instantaneously as they happen. Just text the message WRMN 1410 to the number 94253 and you'll become a member of our text club. Message and data rates may apply. We are WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to Mark Hayes. And live, when I say live, I mean live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin, the Chicagoland area. Shout out to Matt. Hey, we're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's spelled TheJaimeDeeshow. A real live radio show, y'all. So if you want to support the Jaime Dee, he needs it, okay? He is me and me is he. So click share. Help us out. And we also got Bob the Healer on. Mama, talking to you, Coco, Chris, and Nick. Y'all need to click that share button. I need to see aunties, uncles, cousins, long lost cousins, step brothers and sisters. I don't know who y'all got in that family out there in Oregon. It's only 3 of y'all, but I need y'all to share that link. All right. So without further ado, let's bring back Bob the Healer. What's up, friend? How are you? Cheers. What's that?
They just shout out to the Shadow Room. They just gave me some free champagne to celebrate. Yeah. You know, God blesses me, baby.
Listen, God blesses you. We live on the radio. God drank too, okay? All right, let's get into this. Shout out to Anderson T. Hall out of the DMV. Welcome in, Anderson. All right, so we left off on how people, try your gangster. We got Nuckin' If You Buckin' Bob live on the air. And so let's talk about this. How do you find your clients?
The Holy Spirit leads me. I would love to say that I have this great marketing. Like, I set up the infrastructure, having a website. I'm on social media on all platforms. But the Holy Spirit leads me to clients. A lot of the times it's in person. And most of my clients refer me to family, friends, coworkers. So it kind of just, the gift keeps multiplying. And then I get clients everywhere I go. Like, if I'm sitting right now, I'm at a little tea spot, I might do a reading for myself and the person will witness it and be like, what are you doing? And they're interested, they come up, and then I'm like, let's have a reading, and they'll sit and purchase a reading right there. So
Oh wow.
that's how I literally got my last 2 clients.
Wow. So when you have that happen, do you charge them or do you give them free readings?
Oh no, I charge, baby.
So then what are your prices for your readings?
Yeah, so my prices start at $44. It's by time and by the type of reading that you want.
Okay.
Different readings require a certain level of energy. And so
Mm.
it starts at $44 and it goes up to 120. And 120 will give you about an hour long reading with me.
Oh wow. So we are live in Chicago in the Elgin area. We're also live in Las Vegas. And we're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook and Instagram. So I'm sure you're gonna get some clients based off this because I believe God does not make mistakes. And I love giving God that time and that space. And I know He's using me right now. He's using you, He's using all of us. But this is a platform where we're uplifting God and we're also uplifting you, Bob the Healer. So let's talk about this. How can people trust you as a credible spiritual healer?
Like I said at the beginning, test the spirits and see if they be of God. Check out my platform on TikTok at Bob_the Healer and look at the thousands of free readings I have on there. You know, check out some of my lives where I do collective readings for free. So there's several different ways that you can see. Look at my character. You know, like I think a lot of people take advice from people they don't trust. And I want you to trust my energy and my character before you hit that purchase button because don't waste my time and don't waste your money. You know,
Period.
straight up. Like, be honest with yourself if you trust my energy because if it's not in alignment, it's not in alignment.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Well, I think this is a great segment and a great way to get straight into my readings. You know, we left
Yeah.
off, and I think we left off talking about career, and I want to start there. And you know what? I'm gonna do this.
You want to talk about love?
I want to, but we could probably get into the relationships today too, because I had some people
I
request
know.
it,
Bob, you know it.
and I don't want to do it, but I had people request it. I guess I gotta do it. So
I
go ahead.
think, honestly, Jamie, love and the relationship, confirmation. Love and the relationship with thyself is the same thing. So these tools, these notes that I'm going to be giving you is no different than what you can use in the relationship with yourself. Okay.
Okay.
So last time we were talking about boundaries being key for you. You have a placement with your Venus in the 8th house, which is a hard placement to have because you can, and this is all relationships, you can receive people who drain you emotionally and take advantage of you if you don't learn how to set boundaries. Um, you could have had a death of a loved one at a young age, like a female relative. Um, this also shows the relationship with the mom. I don't want to get too much into the relationship with your mom, but I feel like there could be some issues with boundaries. And her, either she was a little too controlling or maybe you're very protective of her, but there's this sense of lack of boundaries, you know, especially with women. And Venus represents the feminine. Um, so I would just say that.
Okay.
Relationships, though, can really transform you and give you a profound experience. And I know I told you that last time.
Right.
Like, you gotta have telepathic connection with your family members,
Okay.
where, especially the women.
Now, when you say telepathic communication, what exactly do you mean?
You think of them, they call you.
Okay. So you say you think of them and they call you. Okay. Okay.
Or
Didn't
just
you
essentially,
say
you
last
can.
time too though that I like how do I say this? Kind of I can speak things.
Yes, yes. And that's more about your Mercury and your moon. Like, a lot of your direction in your career is going to come from intuition. It's not going to come from a solid plan. Sorry for all this background. Um, let's see here. So, one thing I really wanted to talk about is your masculine energy.
Okay.
Because your feminine energy is a little hidden. It's surprisingly, it's like, I would say you don't really like to lead with your nurturing spirit. You're way more aggressive than you come off. to people when you really get underneath it. You're like very serious and impulsively serious. So if there's something that you want, you're so you're like, I'm going after it with full force, a little too much that it can kind of like offend people sometimes.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind when, especially in your career and in your sex life. Because Mars represents our sexual energy. It represents how we conquest things, how we go after things. So you have this very serious masculine energy that can be very dominating, and you can attract a lot of aggressive men towards you. Okay.
Okay. Well, real quick, because I'm going to get into this, and I'm liking this, but I'm hearing that we're having some type of like pixelated audio. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get back into this, kind of reiterate this for people who are listening because some people aren't hearing it. So I need you to do Bob the Healer. I need you to exit out, come back in. I'm going to do the same. And we're going to try to fix the audio so we can get people to hear us, okay? We're going to take a quick break. This is a Jaime Dee Show live on WRMN out of the Elgin and Chicagoland area, and also KSHP out of the Las Vegas area. I think after she left, my pixelation is probably gone now, right? Is it gone? I'm checking in with people on the chat right now. I need you guys to type in real quick. Is the pixelation gone? Because now that she's gone, I don't hear any pixelation. Do you guys hear anything? Checking it before we take a quick break. No, okay, so it was her. All right, cool. Let's take a quick break. Let's see if she can fix it when we come back. Oh, never mind. No need to take a break. Okay, we fixed it. It wasn't on my side. Y'all, let me tell y'all this before we get Bob the Healer back on, because I've been working hard to make sure we ain't got no audio issues. I'm making sure we ain't got no echo. And the devil is not going to come on here and play with me, okay? We are talking about God. We're talking about spiritual healing. And we're talking about living in your truth through that, all right? So let's welcome back in Bob the Healer. Hopefully, we can get her audio back in because she was getting into some stuff. And I was kind of sad that I couldn't pay attention fully because I was trying to fix the stuff in the background. So, Bob the Healer, welcome back in. How you feeling?
Hi, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I think everybody can hear us. Everybody's saying it's gone. Okay, I am so sorry. And I hate that we have to start that over. But can we start that over for some of the people who are listening in? Because I know some people were kind of missed out. And I know we talked about, I said the career and relationships. And I'm open to talking about everything. You can be transparent. You talk about the mom thing. But let's kind of, I got that fully. But let's kind of take a step back with the feminine and masculine energy. That's probably where a lot of people kind of got lost. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so with your feminine energy, you're more protective of it. You might hide it more. With your masculine energy, that's really what you lead with. You have a Mars and Taurus in the 5th house. So you're very impulsive. I will say that. Like,
not impulsive. Okay.
But impulsive in a good way. Like when there's something you really want to do and you're committed to it, whether that's in your sexual conquest or that's in your career, you're very diligent about, I'm going to finish the job. I'm going to be dominant. Or you may attract masculine energy like that, who's very pursuive, aggressive with you sometimes. So I just be careful with that. I would just say this. The rabbit doesn't win the race, the tortoise does for you, especially with your career. So long-term planning and keeping up that persistence will really help you in your career. But you kind of have this like, I want it now. I want it fast. Yes, and that's not what's going to happen, baby. I know you are. Okay. But okay, then maybe you need to take a break. This is a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Okay, wait. Am I able to ask questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's take a step back. Hold on. Let's talk about the masculine and feminine energy because that actually is very very point on. It is very point on because personally for me, I feel as though that, and this is just because of my upbringing. I am the oldest of 2 younger sisters, and I am from Chicago. Parents are from the hood, grown up in the hood. Also was raised in the suburbs, and so I have a lot of regular Black teachings, if that makes sense. And so there's a lot of things that are good. There's a lot of things that are toxic that, that comes in the Black household and the teachings and your upbringings. And, I'm definitely in a space where I'm unlearning those things. But one thing that I have not been able to do was not lead with my masculine energy. Because I'm not going to lie. I'm tired. I don't care what nobody's going to say about me as a Black man. I don't want to live a soft life. I'm tired of leading everything. I'm tired of taking control of everything. And I'm so tired. And I do get told that I am very aggressive. And some of the things I'm like, dang, that kind of hurt my feelings. I'm not trying to be aggressive. And I really wasn't trying to make you feel that way. But I was also trying to just get the point across because you're taking too long. And then there's another side of it where it's like, I appreciate my aggressiveness because I wouldn't be where I'm at if I wasn't aggressive and I wasn't heading the movement to get here. So I mean, like it's kind of confusing trying to find a balance. So what's like the advice on that? Do you give advice?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
This is the healing part.
Okay.
So you have your feminine energy is very nurturing, caring, which is what people have this misconception that feminine energy is just women. You know, everyone has feminine, everyone has masculine. The feminine energy is the reception, it's receiving, it's nurture, it's nourishment, it's the mother within us. The masculine energy is the father within us. You know, it's the one that goes after things. So you have Cancer and you have Taurus, right? So for your feminine energy to balance that is to be more nurturing to yourself. It's to cook yourself a good meal. You know, so when you're feeling exhausted, you need a good meal, okay? Made by your hands. And if you don't know how to cook, you need to figure it out, baby.
I'll cook real good. Let me tell you this. Whoever getting married to me gonna be real happy.
Yeah, come on now. Come on now.
Wait. Let me say this real quick because you're very spot on, but I'm also extremely sensitive. You told me that 2 days ago, and I'm also very, very nurturing. You can ask anybody who's close to me. I'm like a little too nurturing. Like I do a little too much sometimes, especially if I really care about somebody. I'm very, very sensitive to their needs
and
always
self-sacrificing.
And what?
Self-sacrificing.
Yeah, yes, I'm over it. So it's okay. So Kobe's on social media right now. She says balance is everything. And it's like, I'm trying to find a balance in between my masculine energy. I'm trying to find a balance between my feminine energy. And they both clash because it's like, when I feel like I'm being nurturing, I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. When I feel like I'm being aggressive, I feel like I'm being misread. And it's just like, what, have you seen Tyrese? What more do you want from me?
No, so this is the thing. You have to see your feminine and masculine energy like a marriage. It's a partnership, right? So you have great energy that can easily be balanced because they're very similar. What your masculine energy is attracted to your feminine energy. Okay, so when the masculine is working too hard, it needs the nourishment of your feminine energy. Okay, it needs to be loved and lavished, and maybe you need to sit in the house with a warm blanket and watch your favorite movie that you loved as a kid. But then your feminine energy sometimes gets too passive and you're chilling in the house too much, that your masculine energy is like, all right, it's time to go and get up and be more diligent. So for you, I would say you need to schedule in weekly that nourishment time and activities that are specific to that energy. So for instance, your feminine energy, like I said, cooking, spending time doing things that you loved as a little boy. Your masculine energy, you need to discipline yourself and your fire, your drive, which means scheduling things, having a schedule, being responsible for your time, knowing how to plan things long term and not immediately. Like, I gotta have it right now. Instant gratification is not gonna give you long term success. I said instant gratification is not gonna give you long term success. Okay. So when you feel that masculine energy being in overdrive, be a mother to that masculine. All right, baby, it's time to take a step back. You're doing too much. Okay, your veins is popping out your neck. It's time to take a breath.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how you balance. You don't try to control it because then it'll get out of control. You can't control masculine energy. You ever try to control a man? It's like, no. He becomes rebellious, right? You can't pacify a woman from being a woman. You can't pacify feminine energy from being nurturing. And I feel like you try to stop yourself and then it makes you go into overdrive. So it's about balance, right? Like they said in the comments. So giving the space for both those energies to love on each other. Does that make sense?
Yep, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, what's your next question?
I think, okay, so we're talking about relationships because we have about 7 minutes left. So I want to kind of split this time between relationships and careers. And so I know you said there's some things about relationships. Let's talk about, I don't know if like you split it up, but not like more so family and parents, but like actual love life.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, Jamie. Our love life is very reflective of our relationship with our parents.
Okay.
And astrology really teaches you that a lot of your energy and the traits you have are just repeating the same patterns that you witnessed as a kid until you heal them, of course. And so for you, I really see a lot of marriage indicators in your chart. Okay. It's not very common to see. You have your sun in the 7th house, which is a partnerships. What else is in the 7th house? You can meet your lover online. through your job, actually. I know that sounds crazy, right?
Hold on, wait. Let me bring my feminine energy out. You said I can meet my lover via my job. You know I meet a lot of celebrities, right?
Actually,
don't tell me they broke.
No,
I don't want to be the
no,
one to make the
no.
money.
No. I think you need to give up this idea of love of money because it will never get you back to God.
You said what?
You got to give up this idea with love of money because it will never get you back to God.
Well, no. I'm not like in love with money, but who want to be with somebody who broke?
I understand that. But I think that you could end up in like a partnership or a work agreement with your lover, and y'all can end up working towards the bag together.
Oh no, I'm with that for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
So just be receptive and be open. But
listen, I am because I unfortunately been with people who are broke, but it's okay.
One thing I'm gonna tell you though, Jamie, is you have to keep yourself out of these toxic relationships. You're attracted to relationships that have a little drama. Okay. And
I'm not for real though. I feel like I receive them, but I'm not into them, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't, because we are what we attract.
Really? How?
Yes, because you have this nurturing energy, and sometimes you want to nurture the wounded dog.
Okay,
And
that is 100% true. Okay, is that the drama? Am I the drama?
You are the drama.
Whoa, am I the drama? Oh, I hate it here.
And you need to find someone who knows how to take care of themselves. Like you like to feel needed in this needy way, and you need to need yourself. My dad tells me all the time, like a complete person has to get in a relationship with a complete person. Two incomplete people don't make up a complete person. And that is just shout out to my dad. So when it comes to relationships, communication is key for you. Like you need to be able to be honest with your lover, have real conversations. Honestly, like texting all day, every day will keep the relationship going. Yeah, I know.
Me.
Bobby knows. And you connect through words. Like you need love poems. You need your lover to constantly be telling you how much they love you and their adoration.
Okay, why
and
do you make me sound needy?
I'm just reading your chart. Most of us need love. Okay. Like I said, I think you're going to meet your partner online through your job or in a communication field. You know, when you're out.
Does
You
it
go
tell
out a
you
lot.
it's like if they're like a celebrity or are they just like a regular person?
I don't really see celebrity. I just think it's the communication field. That's the indicator. You love your job. And honestly, it's always going to be the most important thing for you. So you need someone who can vibe with that. Okay.
I'm open to it. Okay.
I also think masculine energy is going to dominate your relationships. Like whoever you decide to date, it's going to be a very assertive, flamboyant relationship. And what I mean by that is like you guys are going to be out in the public a lot because the sun is in the 7th house for you. So everyone's going to know, everyone's going to see how you guys flirt with each other. Everyone's going to see how you guys are like, oh, babe, I love you. Oh, I love you too. Like all of that. I know. And for you, you don't really, yeah, exactly. But it's going to be
who's going to be the masculine and flamboyant one?
You said what?
Who's going to be the masculine one? Who's going to be the flamboyant one?
It just both you guys. The energy of the relationship is going to be very, and when I say flamboyant, I mean like extra. Like
I'm about to say because I'm not flamboyant. Okay, go ahead.
No, yes. But I mean like, and that's what love will do to some people, where it's like you love that person so much you want to show the world. And
I'm extra when I like somebody. Ew, why are you doing this to me?
And I'm actually saving you because there's a lot of things I want to get into, but I just don't think it's for the radio.
Okay.
But you can get through any issues in your relationships by talking it out. Like it's so important that I tell you that, because I think you might run away or give up on things when there's a difficult conversation. But if you really just take the time to slow down and talk with your partner and giving them a good old smile, baby. Your smile is really going to attract. Yes. Your smile is going to attract a lot of suitors because you just have this warm, inviting energy. And so writing, public speaking is just such a great avenue for you in general. But I really see communication being a vehicle for you to find your lover to find you. I mean, we're not looking, right?
Oh, look, okay. Do you believe in this? Okay, do the same that I do.
Yes.
I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will simply find me. Again, I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will simply find me.
Yes. And I think you, like I said, your career is going to be the vehicle that, because you love what you do, you're going to find love in what you do. Does that make sense?
That does, but I've never thought I would meet somebody in my career field. That's crazy. Ask any of my friends. I am so against talking to anybody who's in my field. I've dated a few celebrities.
So I'm pretty much accurate.
I've dated some big name celebrities, and I still. You say what?
I'm pretty much accurate, which means you have that energy of them coming towards you.
That's weird. I'm so like, no, we're in the same field. We're gonna see each other 24/7. No, what?
You're lying, Jamie, because you love that constant communication, right?
No, okay.
Communicate, and you need, because you get so bored if you don't see them every day.
No, that's not what I mean, though. That's not what I mean. You're right about that, but I'm talking. Look, ask any of my friends. Ask my manager, because me and my manager are so close. I mean, a little too close, and we've seen some things. And she will literally attest to. There are people that we meet. I mean, huge celebrities. Like when we come over, let's go out. Let's go out to eat. Even like not even just celebrity, but like people who are behind the scenes who are in this industry. And I'm like, no, like I'm gonna see you again, and we may work together. Am I stopping my bag?
No. I think this is what I said. That dominant energy is gonna come into play. There's gonna be that person that comes through when you say, yeah, and they're gonna keep pursuing you, and then they're gonna keep pursuing you. And so then it's going to be like, okay, well, or they might do it in extravagant ways where you're out on the carpet and they're telling you, confessing their love on social media, like
Bob,
live on the air. Like
if that happens to me, I will throw up. Ew.
Listen, you just said in one moment how much affection you need.
I can't handle it though. Doesn't mean I can handle it. I never said I didn't want it. I just don't know how to handle it.
That's where you got to fill in the holes for yourself. It's like, why are you afraid of love?
I'm not, but could you imagine I'm doing my thing and like just a extravagant thing of expression of love just stops me while I'm at work? I would throw up. I don't know I can do this. I can't do this. Why did I let people to tell me to tell you to do this part of the, you know what? Okay, so real quick. Oh my God, why are we having to end on this point? Okay, Bob, I'm so sorry. We are out of time.
Of course.
Oh my God, this is too much. Even somebody just texted me right now and said she's confirming much of what I've said to you before. We've talked about some of this. This is insane. I'm getting hot. Oh my God, am I the drama?
You really are.
Ew.
You do that deflecting too, where it's like, oh no, they're the problem. They're the
Ew. You know what? Go ahead and give everybody your social media because people say they want some readings. I don't want to stop your bag, and we gotta go, friend.
Yes, you guys can follow me on TikTok at Bob_the_healer. I'm also on Instagram at Bob.the_healer. And go to my Instagram, click on the snip feed link, and book your reading.
Yes, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. For everybody who's in there, we got cousins now, we got aunties, we got friends, we got siblings. Click that subscribe button. I'm on every Monday through Friday. Every Monday through Friday on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST. And I'm also live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of the Elgin and the Chicagoland area. Support the kid. Y'all might see my love of my life on my show. Oh. All right. Thanks, Bob. We love you, friend. You have a good rest of your day, okay?
You too. Thank you, Jamie.
Bye. All right.
Bye.
Peace out, y'all. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All right. I love y'all. Peace out and have a good rest of your day.
Is your company active on social?
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM